Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today we'll take a look at a topic that I've wanted to discuss for a while. Should you rush Infinity Edge as an ADC? I see people do this much more often than it needs to. So, should you do it in the first place? In order to answer this question, we'll take a look at the amount of gold and stats we get for Infinity Edge and how they're not built for a first purchase. Now don't get me wrong, building the AD components of Infinity Edge is great, but finishing it right away is a mistake. Let's see why this is the case. So here's what we get from Infinity Edge. We get 70 AD, 20% crit strike chance, and a passive that gives us 50% increased damage on every critical strike. Now, if we take a look at the raw gold value of the item, we start noticing how bad it really is as a first purchase. When we purchase just BF Sword and a pickaxe, we get a total of 5 less AD than Infinity Edge, to a total of 65, which is almost the same amount for 2/3 of the cost. On top of that, Infinity Edge's passive is counted towards its gold efficiency, so if you don't crit often enough, the item has no passive at all. This is really the crux of the problem. Building the item is only useful once you have enough critical chance and attack speed to abuse its passive. This means that Infinity Edge is only truly great when in conjunction with other items. So rushing Infinity Edge is the Marksman equivalent of rushing a Rabadon's Death Cap on mages. As a matter of fact, we can calculate the breakpoint for the item to be good. Infinity Edge is only 90.28% gold efficient if we don't take into consideration its passive. So Infinity Edge's passive increases the gold value of all critical chance built by 50%. Therefore, it's better to have critical chance first before finishing Infinity Edge to make full use of its passive. Also, the passive increases the gold value of all critical chance built by 50%, which means that your previously gold efficient items become even more efficient. Actually, its gold efficiency increases by 0.56% for every critical chance percentage built, including its own 20%. From this we can extrapolate that Infinity Edge is 101% gold efficient if you take into consideration its passive by itself. However, it needs at least 26.25% critical chance to become really gold efficient. So what should you build instead? Well, if the item needs attack speed and crit strike chance to work, it only makes sense completing a Zeal item after Infinity Edge's AD components. The AD is pretty important, so you probably want to get those before anything else. If we use what we just analyzed as reference, from a critical strength point of view, once we have a Zeal item and Infinity Edge, the item starts to come together, increasing its original critical strike chance gold efficiency by the 40% that any Zeal item will offer, because every Zeal item gives you 40% crit strike chance. On top of that, since we're going to get attack speed from our Zeal item, it makes a lot of sense since we're going to crit more often just because we're attacking more often. So there you have it. Rushing Infinity Edge is a noob trap that you should avoid at all costs. And that's pretty much about it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.